Hello, gamers. How's it going? Hope everyone's doing well and excited for Borderlands 4. It's Amon Day. We finally have the Amon skill trees. Pronounced Amon. Actually, it's Amon. It's a moon. So I want to go through all these skills again and just figure out everything. Oh, I don't have his trait up here. Interesting. So we got driving force, gives shield recovery rate, movement speed. That'll be nice early on. Burn damage, so probably fire damage. What is this? Onslaught, which is big hammer and fist. Right. So yeah, that makes sense that there's fire damage here. Melee crit chance. This is gonna be huge. Heavy plate armor, maximum shield, master the storm, status effect damage and duration. The duration's really nice. Give me your best clawbringer spec with the hammer throw added skill augment. Which one's that? Is that in here? Which skill tree is it? Neuromechanical? Is it the this one? Equipped with a forged hammer with a choice of frost or shock effects. Damaged by the forged hammer, you ready stay for a period of time. Die that will explode, causing damage to nearby enemies. Okay, that's fog. Ricochet hammers. Ooh. Yeah, I'll probably go down this way. Pyroclastic while on the attack. Fully regenerates health and shields, surrounded by a forward storm, dealing status effect damage over time. A punch to the stomach. Elemental the revenge tree is. Oh wait, I forgot that he has ricochet. Ooh, that's gonna be fun. Combat damage and artillery damage, probably gun and or maybe melee and gun. Chance to inflict weakness on an enemy. Weakened enemies deal reduced damage and take more damage. This will just seem like a good thing just to take because it's probably debuff source. Thermal diffusion, rocket fist now has two modes. increasing its radius and dealing bonus damage based on maximum shield capacity. Press keybind. Rocket Fist will deal freezing melee attack. That's cool. Melee and skill damage. So, if these are just melee damage and they're also getting the active skill damage, this is just like an insane boost. So Amon activates Forging skill. He'll be temporarily immune to all damage. I hate this. Why is this a thing? I don't like that. It's dumb. People are gonna try and abuse that. It's gonna be boring. When applies a status effect, his gun damage is increased for a period of time. I like this, but also like it's not like it's hard to apply a status effect, especially with just using elemental guns. Still cool. I mean, I like that it's like a mechanic of not just press a button and then gain it. Aim causes gun damage. His active skill cooldown rate is increased. That's really good. That'll help keep guns in play if you want and not just have like a stat stick. Need super shield when dealing melee damage. That's nice for the over shield. Violent when Amon activates Forging skill. Enter frenzy state. Grants immunity to frostbite and slow damage. Most gun damage and damage gain increase. That's cool. Falling Frost, press it to immediately after launching Rocket Fist. Amon will follow up. You'll use a follow-up attack, causing a large area of freezing melee attack damage in front of Amon. Non-boss enemies with less than 25% total health will be killed immediately. That's cool. Amon's shield is broken. He gains Blood Blast, increases real speed and lifesteal. Yuck, lifesteal. But it's based around shield broken, so I guess that's cool. It's more interactive than just gain lifesteal or kill skill lifesteal. Amon is the first alt hunter you're gonna play. Same. When I saw those axes, I was sold. Kill skill when Amon kills an enemy while in a frenzy. The duration of the frenzy will be partially restored, and the bonus frost damage will be increased. Maximum bonus of 200%, which is crazy. Violence basically antifreeze. Kinda, yeah. Amon's shield is broken. It partially restores the shield and detonates cryo damage. I am going to make a build around this. 100%. Sucks though, is with it breaking. If you have lifesteal right here, but you gain. Okay, so this is bonus frost damage. So it's possibly a bonus element. Because this is translations, we don't know if it's actually bonus. So it's like cryo and cryo. Who knows? Increased maximum health capacity to higher his health, the more melee damage he causes. I wonder what the damage source of this Nova will be, if it will just be Nova damage source. Death Touch, when aiming causes melee damage, there's a chance to read a kill skill. I think it's good that these are down here. I hope they don't change it. Could be skill damage. I could be down for that. 100%. Because he's also got skill damage here. Imagine if it was melee damage. It just built in Cryo Stinger. I always got a good radius. Oh, it's got a cooldown though, 45 seconds. Maybe if it has a good cryo efficiency that you can make some tech around making sure this gets broken. Frostblade, Scorching Smash is now Frostblade. Hold F to swing a giant forged axe, sending a wave of forging that deals icy melee damage and freezes enemy it passes through. Enemies killed by Frostblade will explode, dealing frost damage. I need to see these in action before I really get sold on a lot of these. Scorching Smash. Which part is Scorching Smash? I think Scorching Smash is probably the hammer that's now changed to a axe. Into battle, Amon's damage dealt and damage reduction based on distance from the enemy. Closer, higher the bonus. Ooh, I like that. Especially if you want to try and do some true melee stuff, this will be really nice. And it's just damage. Force of Nature, when launched an onslaught, causes gun damage to an enemy, will put them into a race state for a period of time. When they die or are damaged by a forging seal, they will detonate, causing burning damage to nearby enemies. Hmm. Can you use your guns while you're in this action skill? You can. Okay. Oh, I see. Press launch rocket fist. Okay. So it gets the breaker come as a skill. I saw it more of the old ways from Wonderlands. He's got the damage and the damage reduction. Wonder if it'll be. I wonder. This could probably be conditional damage again. They just copied the skill. Our aim and shield value, the higher his firing rate and status rate will be. Okay. So this is different from this stuff. So you probably wouldn't be doing much here. Gun crit hits have a chance to inflict weakness on enemies for your time. Weaken enemies deal reduced damage and take more damage. Weaknesses are affected by status duration or consider status. So this different than this. What if it stacks? Probably, yeah. Or hopefully. I hope weakened enemies isn't just like a status effect and doesn't stack. If you use melee attacks to cause damage, some current gun ammunition will be replenished. That could be cool if you do like a finishing strike with melee damage. Killing skill increases aim and melee damage and maximum shield capacity for a period of time. Max shield capacity is probably anti-synergistic with this. Because then you won't be, it'll be take longer to get full. When aiming kills a weakened enemy, the enemy will explode, dealing burning melee damage to nearby enemies. And it's just flat damage, though. It's no damage based on damage dealt. But it being melee damage is promising. Only 5-second cooldown as well. Depending on the radius, it's gonna be nice. But I don't know if we'll actually have like actual radius stat and not just the gun radius stat. Rushing lava, scorching smash. This radius is increased, stores damage after a delay. Fire breaks out at the feet of up to 3 enemies. Fire deals additional burning melee damage based on the damage stored by scorching smash, splitting the damage amongst remaining targets. And it's 40% of damage dealt. So I guess this is it. If you want to stay with the scorching smash, this is what you go. Well, these two look like they're going to change up stuff. Alright, catastrophe. When Amon applies electric shock, so I guess shock to an enemy, crit rate is increased by a period of time. When it inflicts burn on an enemy, its critical damage is increased. Both things can stack independently. Make some melee gun damage status effects. Yeah, it seems really cool. This just says crit rate. It doesn't have this. It doesn't list a stat cap here. And I'm assuming this is burn into a status effect, which we had status effect duration here. That won't matter. We have status effect chance somewhere. I don't know. I could have sworn there was status effect chance. Maybe not. But if there's status effect chance somewhere, that'll be nice. Aiming deals melee damage to enemies. Increased melee damage to enemies with less than 50% total health. When aiming causes melee damage, a certain percentage of the cooldown time of forging skills is restored. Cool. That'll be really nice too. However, I have to look at this. So it's a Fist of Rage. When launching a fierce attack, the effect rate of Amon's status is increased? What? I don't know. Lightning wave damage. It's a lightning wave. According to Amon's shield value, his status effect damage and artillery damage increase the fuller his shield, the stronger the effect. Electronic flame. When Amon burns his enemy, he also electrocutes them. When electrocutes an enemy, it also burns them. Okay, that's going to go really good with catastrophe. Like, really good. Man, I wonder if there'll be a cap, or they'll probably eventually add one. Because that's, oh my god, yeah, that's 5% crit rate per sack. That could be really good. Really dumb fast, too. Depending on if it refreshes when you apply a new dot. Scorching smashes now storm guillotine. Hold F to swing the giant forged sword, launching a forge wave that hits all enemies it passes through, dealing electric melee damage. Each time you hit an enemy, you'll cover the active skill cooldown and skill duration time and artillery cooldown time. Okay, so artillery I think is ordnance, so that's cool. Depending on the other trees, you could mess with that. Cast iron improved. We're going in neuromanical now, which is my happy place with the axes. Equipped with forged axe, which can be thrown and picked up from the ground for fun cooldown time. Axe, burning and freezing. Forged axe will be in a ready state. When dire damage from forged skill, they will explode. Oh, so this automatically explodes. I feel like when I play this, I know they had like some sort of auto attack thing going on, but really I just want to get them back instantly and just spam them. Cast iron improves the cooldown rate and gun control, probably handling. Kill skill increases elemental damage. That's just really good. Increases crit damage after dealing melee damage. Effect is doubled. And increased reload speed. Effect is doubled. Period of time after detonation. Detonation? I don't know. Just translation issue. Show the bionic body. Increases Amon's forging skill damage and detonation damage. Makes Amon immune is going to be busted with the cooldown rate. Yeah, probably. Thanks. Let me just. Nah, wait. Kind of want to start building towards stuff, but I want to read everything. Because I do. Into battle could be really good damage with this conditional. And if I like get up close to enemies, so I can throw my axes and then pick them up real quick because I'm close to them, that would be really nice. Forging detonation damage. axe and stone. Detonating the flame axe will restore the active's cooldown. Detonating the frozen axe will can restore the cooldown. Maybe cannons on Ordnance. Can also use melee attacks to detonate ready enemies. After Amon damages enemy with his forged axe, his movement speed is increased. Oh, that's cool. I like that movement speed. Oh, okay. So detonation is in here. So after an enemy explodes from that ready state, this will be doubled. Wait, can you like blow up your own axe? Something? I don't know what it means for detonating my thing. I'm maybe just translation error. Bring fire, forging drone skill. When Amon activates the forging skill, it will spawn a tomahawk forging drone that will attack nearby enemies for a period of time, causing burning melee damage. If the tempering pyre is already active, the active forging skill will fully restore the duration and all active forging drones. I like that. That's going to be fun. Endless War. Each layer of ready to fire increase. Causes them to explode on death. Yeah, that's what it seemed like, but maybe it depends on what it's applied from. I don't know. Dense enemy in preparation. Wait, Endless War. Ready to fire. Ready to fire. I don't know. Increases the firearm damage taken by the ready enemy. If Amon detonates an enemy preparation, a new forged axe will be created, which will automatically search for nearby enemies. Any double dip? There was something. This right here. Rushing lava. Percentage of damage dealt. Yeah, this one here. This will probably be really good for bosses. With that, if that's a double dip. Operation Cerebral Embolism. Hold on, did I look at this all the way? Okay. Increased fire damage. Operation Cerebral Embolism while Amon is reloading. His guns gain bonus electric damage for a period of time. Cool. That's good for guns. Could also pair that with this. When Amon activates the forging skill, his gun damage will be increased. Cool. Tempering Pyre now spawns an additional axesmithing drone that deals frost. So you have frost and fire. Forging drones from the factory have reduced duration. Okay, so I guess this duration is less, but you get another drone. But if you're killing enough, it may not matter. Kill skill, aiming gains gun crit rate. Why do we have more crit rate? And then electric damage. Okay, I'm assuming shock. Which helps this, but not anything else here. I mean, not yet. There's things that it will help with, but not here. Okay, tempering ice. Forge drone skill. When Amon activates his artillery, he will spawn a hammer drone that will attack nearby enemies for a period of time. Freezing melee. Okay, so you could probably do some amazing forge drone spam here. Hammering moment. Equip the forge hammer with the choice of frost. Shock. Hell yeah. Increase the damage detonation radius of Amon's artillery. Masterpiece, increase the damage duration of forge drones. I'm assuming that'll affect this, which is really nice. When using a grenade, there's a chance that it will be returned automatically. Heavy weapons have a chance to return one ammunition when they deal damage to an enemy. Ooh, that's cool. When you cause artillery damage, its fire rate is increased for a period of time. I think artillery is the Ordnance, so I wonder how this will affect grenades. Hammer of Destiny. Hammer Forge drones can now deal artillery damage in addition to their original damage types and have a chance to trigger a detonation when damaging an enemy, causing area freezing damage. Ordnance and melee damage. Why? Hold F to throw your twin forged hammers, dealing freezing melee damage to nearby enemies on impact and ricocheting up to 3 times between nearby enemies. If no ricochet targets found, the hammers deal additional damage before self-destructing. Each time a detonation is triggered, an additional ricochet occurs. So is this tied together? Or is there's separate things, but I wonder how you could put these together. Because this is hold F. It could just be a hammer and axe, just translation thing. Maybe. Well, I don't think so. It's got hammer here. This ricocheting. Already love it. Blast furnace when Amon or sword stones critically strike an enemy, create an explosion. Damage he deals, or I guess damage he deals is increased. The nation awards multiple stacks. Damage dealt, probably. Blade Storm. Amon will now be equipped with a forged sword with a choice of fire or electricity effects. When enabled, all charges will be consumed to fire the forged sword barrage. Enemies damaged by the forged sword will be put in a red state for a period of time. Oh, maybe ready to fire is supposed to be like ready state. Maybe. I don't know. Enemies damaged by the forged sword, blah, blah, blah. When they die or are damaged by the forging skill, they will detonate and cause damage to the target, but will not harm nearby enemies. Weird. Press to fire barrage, flaming or electric. Ooh, cool. Different choices. Tempered lightning. Forging drone skills. When Amon activates active skill, it will generate a sword forging drone. The drone will attack nearby enemies for a period of time, causing electric melee damage if tempered lightning is active. Activating the active skill will restore a portion of the duration of all forge drones. Okay, I want to do a forge drone build because I think forge drones will be kind of seen as like a pet build, which I think people will like. And I think it'll just be cool to see all the spam. Like, how many drones can we have at a time? Amon's guns have a chance to generate elemental thunderbolts when they critically hit, causing electric damage. Spawn rate 25%. 30% of damage dealt. Ouch. Yeah. Gun Amon. Let's go. Amon gains a super strong shield when he deals damage with active skills. Okay, that's just overcharge. Gradually rise, increases the attack speed and movement speed of forge drones. Storm surges. The double-edged blade now surges from the storm. Hold F to throw the twin forged blade, causing an area of effect electric shock on impact. Storm surge will generate a forged storm for a period of time upon impact, continuously causing shock status damage. Sharpen the tip. Fortune drones now have a chance to critically strike. Okay, so they couldn't before. When the forged drone critically hits, part of Amon's active skill cooldown would be stored. I like that. And it's 5-pointer. Yeah, I wonder. Wait, what will it change? Oh, off the chance or damage dealt. Oh, is contagion just chance? That'd be nice if it's just chance. Rumor Frost. When aiming freezes an enemy, a freezing hazard source will be generated at the enemy's feet, causing freezing damage for a period of time. Damage is 2% of damage dealt per second. I guess the damage that was dealt to freeze the enemy. It's duration and a cooldown. Okay. Burning Cold, Flaming Axe now Pierce, and then Frost Axe now Freeze. So you can combine Permafrost and Burning Cold for some cool stuff. If you get like a lot of damage on your axe, and this is like a damage dealt, that'd be really cool. Raging Fire, active skill damage is chance to critically hit and burn enemies. 12% of damage per second. Please don't be another double dip. It's lazy. Who needs to balance stuff and bounce endgame when all you have is double dips? Wild Heart increases status effect damage and hazard source damage, so probably tied to this. Freeze burn when using firearms to cause burning damage. The freezing damage is increased when using firearms to cause freezing damage. The burning damage will be increased. Whoa! It's stream room. It's rune stream day. Hell yeah! Detonating restores some of Amon's shields and cannon cooldown. That's nice. First explosion. When Amon deals blacksmith damage, he will spawn a drone singularity for a period of time. That might just be action skill stuff. Flaming boomerang causes an explosion or damaging an enemy. With the fire boomerang, will restore the cooldown of the blacksmithing skill. Okay, I guess it's just the action skill. The double blade now deals burning melee damage from 2 directions with a larger radius, and leaves a trail of fire while flying close to the ground, dealing burning damage over time. Doesn't look like a double dip. Ooh, I like this tree. It's got some interesting stuff. This seems like the forged drone tree, which will be interesting. To have forged drones do stuff while like you just throw your axes and then pick them up so you can spam them. These have separate duration. Wait, but it's yeah. This I hope these are not double tips. Because this it says hazard source, but what if it's a stat it deals like status effect damage? Because then you've got like status effect stuff here, and you've got oh wait, well no, because they actually specify hazard here, so ignore that. This is probably just hazard. I'm assuming it's just like environmental damage kind of thing, or like puddles. That effectively buffs that. Interesting. Okay, now revenge. This is the shield and whip. Amon will equip a shield to absorb all frontal damage and convert it into vengeful fire. When vengeful fire is full, the shield will provide damage reduction. If vengeful fire is not attained within a period of time, it will be quickly consumed. Press for a forged wave, dealing freezing damage to enemies it passes through, consuming damage from the vengeful fire boost. Cool. Love the freedom from skill points for previous games. Yeah, there's a lot to do. Proves um status effect application rate and freezing efficiency. Double when activating action skill. I like this being tier 1 since there's so many different dot stuff going on. So That's really cool that you just got that ready. And the freezing efficiency will be really nice. Increases gun damage and magazine. Real excitement gains health restoration, probably health regen. Each time Amon takes or absorbs non-status damage, he gains a layer of absoluteness period of time, increasing this effect. Yeah, health regeneration. That's cool. It improves maximum health and repair kit healing amount. That'll be these two will be nice together, or one or the other. Eternal increases Amon's act skill duration and gun switching speed. That's cool. I think this will be nice for this because I'm assuming it's like you gain vengeful fire and then you consume it, and then I guess you can stack it back up and start doing the whip again. So that's really cool. Crackling chill. Forged wave now consumes more vengeful rays and explodes on impact, dealing area effect, freezing cannon damage, ordnance damage, probably. If the forged wave passes through the firewall, it will further increase the blast radius. I don't know what the firewall is supposed to be. If it's supposed to be our shield, when aiming causes artillery damage, there is a chance that the frozen status effect will be applied, causing continuous freezing damage for a period of time. Comet tail is affected by status effect inflict rate. So I don't think this automatically freezes. I think it's just a cryo status effect. Damage is 15% of damage per second. Don't be a double dip. Oh no. Don't be a double dip. Freeze beat. When launching the whip, Amon will taunt the enemy and send out a freezing pulse every second, causing freezing damage to the enemy, destroying the health of allies. While aiming, Amon's movement speed is reduced, but Amon's guns will gain bonus frost damage. Each shot will consume vengeance. Cool. For the fight, the higher Amon's health is, the more gun damage he gains. Amon's at max health. This is doubled. Hail of bullets. Amon's bullets have a chance to ricochet as elemental echoes, causing frost damage. 15% chance at 5 out of 5. If this is class 1, that's 30% chance. And 50% of damage dealt. Double dip. I wonder if it'll be gun damage source in the double dip. Yeah. This is what happens when not enough people talked about Wonderlands, and Gearbox doesn't listen to the theorycrafters and the smart people that know stuff. Mechanic killing skill restores a certain percentage of artillery cooldown with that. Oh, that'll be good. Increase frost damaged out. That's really good for whip and other things. Warrior's Cup. If aiming use a repair kit while launching an active skill, duration of active skill will be partially restored. So I'm assuming this is just when action skill active. If you use a repair kit, it'll restore the action skill. Wildfire increases aim and ricochet damage. Burn. Okay, so this is just going back into this. Forge Wave is now Fiery Rebuke. Consume all eventual rays and hurl the Forge Sword. Oh, right. Okay. This is the Ricochet Shield. I want to do a build around this as well because it's going to be like Athena. You incinerate cannon damage. This is going to be ordnance damage. That ricochets on impact. Fiery Rebuke. Wait. No, never mind. Wait. Wait. If this is ordnance damage and this is ricocheting, it has different chances because this doesn't have a cooldown and it's affected by status effect inflict rate, which we have here. And we got frost damage increased. Oh no. Fire review ricochets additional time based on the eventual rage spent. Okay, so you stack it up and then you throw it. Okay, that's cool. So this could be like an end of action skill thing, maybe. When throwing a force shield, damage absorption is disabled until it returns. Oh, wait, no. So it's an active skill. You build it up, you throw it and consume it, and then it comes back to you and you still have the active skill. And then you can build it back up. That's cool. Absorbs all frontal damage. Okay, so it says frontal damage. So I don't think self dotting will work here, which is good technically. I mean, it'd be really funny to use self dots to stack it, but if it's just front damage, it's probably projectiles building it up. Let's see. Killing skill. Use burning damage to kill an enemy, and you will gain a layer of fire adaptability. And this will increase the reload speed and active skill cooldown rate. Don't know about this one because you got to kill it with a either fire damage or dot. I don't know. It's super shield when dealing artillery damage, so you throw this, and then you gain all that. When Amon applies acceleration, its rate of fire will be increased. Period of time. Increase fire rate. You can do that with guns, so you can get like here, here, and then fire rate. Interesting. Um, Honestly, my bet is this elemental echo is going to be ordnance damage. I'm taking that bet. When Amon lands and slams, it consumes all fire compatibility stacks to create a fire fissure in front of him, dealing burning melee damage all to all enemies. Worldbreaker deals bonus damage for each enemy of elemental compatibility consumed. We're working on it. We're working on the build soon. Okay, this will be a fun slam build. Then restores some of Worldbreaker's cooldown. I'm assuming it's World Destroy here. Wait, wait, hold on. Oh, wait, Elemental. The Ricochet has a chance to Ricochet. No, 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 no. Okay, I don't know what the capstone here is. I guess they forgot to add it for now. Let me see if I can find it. We need a Marshall? No. Surprised he even has a max roll. Yeah, it's they are very open. Max roll's very open, saying this is just translated, so this could be like completely wrong. Let's go to breakdown. YouTube, please stop lagging. Right now, fucking lagging. Hold on, I have it. Firewalls. Wait, this right one? Am I smart? Yes. Oh, this is the thing that like surrounds you. Took away his toilet capacity. Real. I have some things and ideas. Now circular. Okay, Ring of Frostfire. Hold on. Let me looking at Moxie's thing. If you could see this, Ring of Frostfire, firewall is now circular, dealing burning stats damage. Okay, this circular is going to be really good. Um, really, really good. Yeah, because that'll surround you, so it'll be like Zane's barrier probably. But that means everything around you will be building up, and so that'll build up stuff for anything you want to do with either the whip or the slam. I would definitely want to do a slam build, so I'll be looking at that. That'll be really good. But let's go next one. Ice Rage, killing enemy with freezing damage. You'll gain a layer of freezing adaptability for a free time. I don't know what that means. Maybe freezing efficiency. Increase the gun damage. Weird. I don't know. Eternal Winter. Tempted to make a basic raffle bill with the Peacebreakers. How'd it go? Forge Waves now partially restore the duration of active skills and Firewall when damaging enemy. Okay, okay. Reach up to 3 times in a row. The third time activate, it will fire a giant Forge Wave that deals higher damage and does not consume Vengeance. Want to make Moe's somehow? Good luck. I will be making Amara with this. um, oh, right. So Forge Wave is the like whip. It is Moe's, guys. It's Moe's Simp Switch. That's good. Amon's credits have a chance to inflict additional slowness to the enemy with the same effect as Frost Wind, causing freezing damage. I don't really know what it is. Imagine if Harlow had a skill tree, give her extra projectiles based on how many entangled enemies she has. That rain freeze. Oh yeah, nice. When Amon causes artillery damage, it will consume the corresponding number frozen adaptability, stacking layers according to the number of nearby enemies, generating tracking echoes, causing ranged frozen damage. Damage dealt. Please don't be damaged. When Amon applies a status effect, the chance to restore some of his shields and ammunition. Okay, I like that. And it doesn't have a cooldown right now. Deals increased damage to frost some bosses. I'm assuming increased frost damage to enemies and bosses. It's consuming. Yeah. Then elemental echoes have a chance to ricochet. I will be doing a gun Amon, and it will be all around this. See, Firewall is now Ice Frenzy. Hold F to swing your forged steel whip, hitting nearby enemies twice and dealing frost damage, then slamming the ground, creating a frost rift that deals frost damage and leaves you behind a source of frost for a while. That's hazard damage, but isn't based on damage dealt. Right. Blackout. If a tier leader damage has a chance to be critically hit, which will shock the enemy. Never mind. That crit rate with Fiery Rebuke would be good. Storm Sphere. Oh yeah, Storm Sphere thing. Okay. Forge Wave is now Storm Lance. Press throws a Forge Sphere, causing shock damage and impact, consuming the Revenge. Rage increases damage done. Enemies damaged by the sphere are poised for a period of time and will detonate when damaged by the forging skill, dealing shock damage to the target but not to nearby enemies. Interesting. Firearm crit hits can also cause explosion, but the damage is reduced. Cool. Just base damage. Okay. Killing enemy. When you kill an enemy with electric shock damage, you'll gain layers of electric shock adaptability. Stacking electric shock adaptability increases crit damage. Okay, so these all go together. Really? No, not this, but this does. Rameau's attempt in girth. I'm almost on skill tree. I'll look at it after. Strategist. Amon's hip fire will increase his rate of fire, but reduces gun control when aiming, increase gun damage and gun handling. Okay, so this is good either way. BL3 dead game. True. Hello, Stone Sean. Or Steve Sean. Smelting furnace, killing skill. Aiming recovers a certain percentage of all cooldown off the forging skill. Okay, forging skill just based on cooldown. That's nice. And it looks like just a base percent. Thump Anvil when aiming causes active skill damage. It consumes a layer of electricity adaptability. Generates a forged thunderbolt to attack enemies based on damage dealt. This with this? Yeah, it seems like it. Ultra high voltage. Elemental Thunderbolt now staggers enemies and consumes an additional stack of shock adaptability. The damage done is doubled. Boss enemies can't be staggered. The villain enemies have a reduced chance of staggering. Damage multiplier by 200%. Change it for all the views. True. Hold on. Where do I have it? Borderlands 4. No viewers. Dead game. Let's see. Yeah, this 100% damage multiplier. Firewall is now Path of Heavens. Press F to summon a giant forged sword and cause the target enemy, causing electric shock damage. Storm Strike. It is guaranteed to hit. Interesting. It's just a flat out damage. Bro, at least make the capstones the double dip. Like, Or, well, actually, hold on. Because this is shock damage. If this kills an enemy, it will cause electric shock damage, which will then, if you activate again, consumes a layer of electricity. Adaptability generates a forged thunderbolt with a double dip that's increased with this, maybe? I don't know. Okay, let's go see this Rapa Mosefield. This requires me to remember what the skills are. Oh, that's just splash damage, right? Got the splash. That's a little bit of movement speed. Um, you can't take the movement speed because Mose is slow. And then like the ammo regen stuff. Okay, makes sense. Mose sucks. Okay, let's make hammer build first. Where's that crit chance? Melee and skill damage. Kind of want to do this, but we'll see how that goes. Actually skill cooldown. We got actually skill cooldown right there, so I don't know. Let me just. We'll come back to that. Let's see, crit hit damage, elemental damage. Or actually, hold on. Let's see. What do we have here? Forward skill damage. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll have two of those. We want this bad boy. That. I think I want like a mix of hammer and forge. Something's wrong with gradually rise. I want to go back to here, I think. See what else we have here. I already forgot everything. Don't need duration. Yeah, do that for cooldown. Ew, only two in there? Okay, let's not worry about drone and just Amon's artillery. I need to know if that's ordnance. I guess we're doing that for this anyways. So may as well do that. I don't know if I want like another drone. This is just increased damage dealt. This has potential though. Oh, right, because this gives active skill cooldown. And drones critically strike. Okay, so I do want this. 4 drones. Okay, so idea. So spam hammers and axes. Don't know if I'm gonna have to pick them up for all that, but we're gonna have all these forge drones going, and then these forge drones now have a chance to crit, which will uh do active skill cooldown will be restored, which means we get our hammers back faster. I think that's gonna be the play. And we got melee crit chance here. do I do I got movement speed just because lol? Because I got no movement speed in here. Because it's just movement speed of 4 drones, and I have no idea how much this is, many points that's supposed to be. But I do want weakness for them to take more damage, because I have a feeling this is going to be a good multiplier. I have no survivability. And I'm sure Forge drones will get me back up. Yes, there will be more Vault Hunters in the future. Okay, we're gonna Ancient Rune. Save this. Stormbringer in Borderlands 4. Or I can just name it Hammer Time. I'll do it. Stormbringer Hammer. Because I don't know if I want to name it Stormbringer because of my hammer build, but not having Storm Dragon Judgment doesn't make as much sense when you got Storm Surge here. I guess now you have the option to take these as well. Drone Swarm build. Yeah, unintentionally Drone Swarm. Drone Bringer. So we got hammer drones, axe drones, and sword drones. No other drones though. No boomerang drone. Who is all about spamming. Spamming hammers with our drones going out constantly. We are so having them crit and get back our action skill faster. Do I have any double dips? I don't think so. If this has a double dip, it has potential. Or Raging Fire. Yeah, Raging Fire with crit. Since I'm already getting crit right here. Yeah. I mean, honestly, well, we're doing this. Hell yeah. So, these are still melee damage. This is only active skill, which is fine. And this will be burn damage, which will be based off of damage dealt per second. So it's a dot. And we've also got status damage increase here. Oh wait, no, I don't got crit chance here. I got crit right here. If this is 15, reduce that and then do that. Yeah. Artillery damage. Causing freezing damage. That's nice. So it seems hammer forged strands are just this. Okay. We're doing a ricochet build. Do we need status effect? I don't remember. Just do that for now. Active skill duration, 100%. This. That. I want to keep, probably want to keep this separate. Yeah, because this is melee damage, and I'm looking at artillery damage. Which save is the 3-tree AC one? Whichever, it'll be labeled 3-tree AC. Till your damage has a chance to critically hit. Yes, stupid. Okay, so now we're doing fire damage. I do want the capstone here. Oh yeah, it's get triability. Chance to critically hit. I want that. Don't care about the shot part. Putting Terra Noise on 3 AC. Based. Now I need a double dip. So I wonder if this is skill damage and ordnance damage. Probably. Unlikely it's a melee damage though. Whoa, 70-second cooldown. Okay. Um, is there anything I can take? No, I don't think we're reaching a double dip this one. I feel like this is tied to it because they don't have the linked skills, but this all looks linked together. Kill enemy with electric shock damage. Okay, but I don't have any shock damage going, which is a problem. And fire damage. Oh, this is cooldown rate. Hold on. We do that. Okay, I guess we're not worrying about that. Burn. It's burn damage. Kill your damage, like weakness. Okay, that could work. Skill damage. Sure. Sure, we'll do that. Font manager. I don't have a good build name for that yet. A theme name and hell yeah. You know what? I'm gonna call it Aspis Amon. There we go. All right, let's do gun ricochet Amon. Gun damage, capacity, size. I guess we go revenge with whip and shield because it just help. It's my ability. I need to do some frost stuff there. Wait, whenever Amon causes artillery damage, it consumes the corresponding number of frozen adaptability stacking layers according to the number of nearby enemies, generating tracking echoes. It's probably like this. Causes ranged frozen damage. I'm gonna do this and then that. Maybe we go Glacier Mana to just Ice Frenzy. It should be, yeah, dealing frost damage. We should do that. This in Skyblock, Death Mode, Master Mode, Calamity Territory playthrough. You've changed. True. Hello, Rabbit. Congrats again on the baby. Good job. Oh, wait, this is ricochet damage here, so I still want that. Glacier Mana? Mania? It could be. It's just base hit damage. I saw that Borderlands Twitter responded to you guys. This increases frost damage though. Yeah, no clue what to say. Hell yeah. Wait. Getting a mystery package? Hell yeah. Borderlands merch. We're having a kid. Plan worked perfectly. Is it a gift code for the game? Probably. They're probably giving you the game for free. Oh, God damn it. Not another build I want to do. Frost throwing knife. Oh, you don't have your PC anymore? Oh, died in December. That sucks. Wait. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. Okay. Aim its bullets have a chance to ricochet. They deal frost damage. Frost damage. Frost damage can alert freeze ability. Increase damage of the gun. Yes. This. Don't care about. We're not playing games. Addicted to Pokemon Go though? Hell yeah. Wait, so this will be, that could be good. Maybe I don't need this. I could go down here to get the all range barrier, but I don't want to play Zane again. Bonus electric damage is cool. Gains gun crit rate. I could go for that. I don't know how much I need my action skill. Basically downloading Terraria again, as you should. Watch challenge runs. Nice. Toilet aim and win when you're a mom. Yeah, I don't know what I want to do from action skill until I see some more stuff. Watching someone attempt to beat Calamity Death Mode. Yikes. Starts the playthrough with only one block in the world. What? People are so weird. That's how you get views, though. This also says Amon's bullets. So if this is artillery bullets, oh my god, I have. Oh, it's gonna be dumb. No, it's gonna be so dumb. Oh, I have so many ideas. Opening a slime spawn with an orange side. Kill it before. Oh my god, it's so crazy. Gun crit rate. This could be good. These elemental echoes. Oh, what if these elemental echoes are ordnance damage? That would be crazy. Chance to duplicate ores. Wait, wait. So you could just mine an ore, you could, and then it could duplicate, and then you just place it again. It's not even like possibly coded to like generation generated ore only. That's crazy. Am I gonna be reloading? Because I know I have this sort of stat spec for some ammo recovery. Own biomes on the dungeon. Grind up just to kill Skeletron. Can you collect water when it rains like you can in Minecraft with the cauldron? Fishing in one block deep lava counts as water. Hell yeah. Guess we're getting gun crit rate. Kill skill. If this is a double dip, then just one point in here will be good enough. Gun, ricochet, Amon. Oh yeah, I suck at boss fights at high difficulty too. It sucks. All right, let's do this first idea. Um, wasn't there something that let's chance? Can I reach this? There's no way, right? No, I don't reach that. Okay, in the future, that no. Okay, so basically, heavy weapon ordnance be a gun and our ordnance damage. Ordnance damage doing freezing stuff. I don't know how much that will be good because they'll go here. But then those bullets can ricochet here, count as frost. Those will get kills, get a layer of freezing adaptability, and then you will be dealing ordnance damage. Hopefully, it counts as damage source ordnance damage as well for Winter's Kiss, which will then do an explosion and generate tracking echoes based on damage dealt, which those echoes will also ricochet as well. and it should just go crazy. I just need to get Ordnance cooldown. And then that's a crit rate. I just need Ordnance cooldown rate. Oh god, ricochet damage? Yeah, I need that. I could get more fire rate too to just go burr. Wait, hold on. But I can go overshield. I can get overshield from artillery damage and then just be fake chillin'. And I can still use I can still use guns with this. This is basically what I was doing before. I'll just shoot guns, and then when heavy weapon comes up, it's just gonna go crazier. I need ordnance cooldown. Getting over here would also be really nice to combine it with all this. And I'll go not onslaught. Revenge. And I think I'll go the covered area. I shouldn't need that frost damage. Do some fire rate and handling, and then possibly gun damage and gun control. I don't know what gun control is going to be. Probably actually, yeah. But Claymore, I may have made the strongest Amon build already to create ricochets that deal lost damage. At stacks frost adaptability, and then the ordnance damage from it. Ordnance for it will proc winter is for more lead and echoes, and then even more ricochets, as well as getting tons of over shield on if heavy ordnance is damaged swords, gun, and ordnance for these skills. Now it says you can use guns in between because I haven't figured out to expand the ordnance, but that will be a watch prop. The echoes is the hail of bullets are going to be Ricochet's elemental echoes, which are frost damage based off of damage dealt. And then we also have echoes spawning from Winter's Kiss, and then those echoes will also have a chance to ricochet again. Heavy ordnance ricochet bonanza. Yeah, it'll probably be similar. Okay, now what was I going to do next? This is what happens when you play your main. When you're theorycrafting for your main. I want to do it. I know Joe did a slam thing, but I want to make my own. It's melee damage based on compatibility using burning damage. So I need burn damage to get the kills anyways. I kind of just feel like maybe I should throw in fiery rebuke. You know, after playing once human, you know what'd be really crazy is if they made it so ricochets can ricochet off terrain back onto enemies. That would be awesome. This is also frozen damage, so would these echoes that spawn from here kill, then also restack freezing adaptability? Imagine if you could ricochet off of like elemental puddles. I don't think you could. Yeah, that would be possible. Be cool though. Okay. Oh, that's wrong tap. All right, let's just get to this, and then we'll worry about what gets the kills. Sure. Do anything with red tree? Not yet. Big hammer. It's funny though. Weakness skills? Yeah. I took this. Slag? No, not slag. It's just debuff. We have two different ones. This is really easy to hit. Oh, you know it'd be really cool if we had the skill points? Would be getting down to here and here. Because this is fire damage, and that fire damage will then build up burning with anger. The fire adaptability. I forgot that kills weakened enemy will explode. Deadly flares look good. This skill alone makes it automatically better than slag because you're doing something based with weakened enemies. Is that like the only one though? Seems like it. That's weird. I don't know what I want to take. Don't need gun damage. I don't know if I want more action skill duration. I guess so. Maybe do something like. Wait. A damage cap for the shield? What do you mean? Wait, hold on. See this new profile. Oh, I've got that. Kill scope, cooldown, artillery cooldown rate. Damage cap? I don't think there shouldn't be. I also don't remember what his like trait is because they don't have it up there. Let me find that on that Moxie video. Do I still have that Moxie video up? Do we know his like trait that goes here? Rafa has that. Vex has that. I know he's got forge drones. There has to be something around the forge drones, I'd assume. Okay, so we got World Destroyer, and then we got that. Um, Honestly, we may just be combining. Because he's the biggest, while Andre is the biggest health. Hell yeah. I have the that instead of this. Okay, so here's the plan. Use Fiery Rebuke. This will hopefully get some kills and also be artillery damage to get close to freezing enemies. Forgot this is also possibly a double dip. But hopefully this will freeze enemies. And then I can slam and World Destroyer will be going. And also get some kills with that frozen melee bonus. I think I need artillery cooldown though. Okay, so if this is double dip, that'll mean this will be a strong dot probably, which will then kill with cryo damage. We'll layer this with artillery giving consuming and doing this. Storm Strike. Got Storm Sphere. Unless Storm Strike's the one. Oh, Anger from the Heaven Capstone. Storm Strike. I'm assuming that's just gonna be the sword. I think the sword's gonna be Storm Strike. Because it's electric shock damage. I have other ways I can use for freezing. Oh, melee crit chance, like at the crit. Artillery damage, get some weakness damage in there. But this is ordnance, then maybe it's also skill and ordnance damage, so maybe we'll have a couple things going. And that's all I got for that. But I've got the perfect name for it. Slammin'. Slam in or slam on. Slam on. Is it Amon or Amon? I don't remember. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 fields already. That's not including all of the action skill builds I'll do for every build. I haven't even touched this. I've not even touched red tree action skills. It does seem interesting though. I'm interested. Actually, all of these look really cool. Oh, this gives artillery ordnance cooldown. if it was reachable, it'd be cool if you got a weakened enemy, killed them with World Destroyer with the fire melee, coming back here and killing with fire melee on that kill. That would be honestly pretty cool. I also see TDRs shooting bullet TDRs being good utility. Because you got causing gun damage gets the active skill cooldown. I think they, oh my god, I love this seal tree. So, I mean, there's some big regretty here. Like this stuff. Um, this is probably going to be done. Guardian Angelus skill and Red Tree. Where? If you mean this is more. This is opposite, and this is old ways from Wonderlands. Big chunky status damage should. Oh yeah, there's going to be some wild stuff. Distance damage. Yeah, that's always been a thing for a while. So much good stuff here. Raging Fire. This also looks very promising. The Perma Frost. Freeze Burn. Looks all hard. Oh, yeah. That looks good. Permafrost looks like it has potential. But it's also under the feet, so it'll be enemy specific. Matters how big the radius is. If the enemy can just move. Dragon's Breath. Which one's that? Oh yeah, Dragon's Breath. Yeah, once we because the translation is a little confusing. confusing with the activates his gun. This looks fun. Villain enemy. I don't know what villain enemy is gonna be. Badass does make sense. Number one, Rafa endgame tank / one shot build. Hell yeah. Vex one shot build. Lots of people doing stuff. Oh, good. My heavy ordnance ricochet bonanza Amon is the top build shown. That's just the public ones, right? Catastrophe. I know that name. I know that name. I'll figure it out. Don't tell me. Was I just here? Catastrophe applies crit raise increased, burn increased crit damage. Yeah, this looks really this if this doesn't have cap, there's potential. And then you've got electronic flame. Stacks independently, yeah. Oh, wait, I did want to make a new build. I need one more. It's just gonna be throwing knife, I think. Was I gonna do that? I think so. Yeah, I think with this, I'm gonna do something. And then that. blue and a red. Seems nice. Hmm. Have a blue. Scorched Earth Kairos. Gun damage to magazine. Artillery and ooh. Well, yeah, it is a rocket launcher icon with a grenade. Okay, that's artillery damage. That's definitely artillery damage. But mag size capacity. Oh. It has to be. It's a rocket launcher and a grenade. I think it has to be. And this bombing could also be fun. Chance to just return, but you can't get both of these. I mean, honestly, if this Comet Tail is a double dip, I wouldn't need Winter's Kiss probably. You could give up all this, go here for that. Then there's some stuff here as well. Translation's wonky. Wonky. Yeah. Amon has such cool stuff. Sharpen the tip. This fortune crit damage. Crit. Just normal crit damage. Um, I don't know what you mean. I mean, we don't know what forged drones. Well, it's just melee, I think, all the time. It might be action skill melee. That would be cool, but probably just melee. Um, it's just crit. I mean, it's crit chance. It's not giving crit damage. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I was kind of thinking of like a um just pure drone damage build, but I don't think much would change. Hazard source damages. I'm assuming it's gonna be like better puzzles, puddles. Oh, I forgot about lightning rod. Gumbolts have a chance to generate electric thunderbolt, generate elemental thunderbolts when they critically hit. There's a cooldown, so that sucks. So here's just Clobbering 2.0. I know, and I love it. It's gonna be so good. The action skill builds are gonna be great. I just hate that the enhancements are gun only. Like, why? I have a feeling. Honestly, I don't even know. What do I do for my first playthrough? Enhancements, the like artifact replacement. I don't even know what to do for my first playthrough build. Yeah, the gear item. I feel like I should probably do a gun build with hail of bullets and then go down this. I feel like my gun build should be the first, and then I do ordnance later when I get the right ordnance. Let's see. What do I want to do? I have a weird idea. So this is just a super stupid playthrough idea. Nature's Wrath for stats effects to go into Comet Tail. And then I've got the Hail of Bullets going, and those frosts will get this stuff going. And then you've got. I really want this slam, so I've got that going here. And then I can go. Not onslaught, revenge, and then I'll use this because I think that might be more fun. And maybe I'll get the barrier here. I don't know. Or I'll go Glacier Mana Mania. Could take out that. Honestly, I could do this. This ricochet would be really nice. Or actually, wait, because I wouldn't need that, and then if I didn't go that capstone, doesn't impress you in going Amon, probably do an actual build. I mean, I don't really. Oh God, there's not really elemental build if all the Amon builds are going to be elemental stuff. Um, okay, so this is the Infinity skill tree. This is the Fortune skill tree. What skill tree is this? The Curse skill tree, the Weakened skill tree, I guess. I don't know. Melee skill tree? No, because these Fortunes do melee damage. Managed to make a quite decent status effect build so far. Nice. And then I take the 2 points in here for movement speed. Ricochet, Amon, and Ricochet, Rafa playing together. Hell yeah. Wait, I also have. I could give up skill points. Wait. This. This is a interesting day one build, I think. I think this will be the playthrough build I go with. So hopefully this will help get some Frost and that, and this with Frost, and then I've got my action skill for that, and then maybe I look for shock um guns, or I could go Anger Ascend from Heaven. I could also mess with Storm Sphere, but I definitely want Fire Rebuke. Because this would help get fire kills, while this would get fire kills, this would get shock kills, and everything else would be Frost here with this and this. I don't know how these two will go together, but because you need to build up. Because it says Firewall is now Wrath of Heaven. It's like a shock shield now, maybe? And then it does a shock sword when you press F. Yeah, the blue tree is looking very strong. This one's lacking, but it's fun. This is some double dipping crazy. This is some double dipping stuff. I don't know what to do with shock stuff yet. I mean, if you play in Stormsphere, you got something going. They want to use anything and everything build. Never done a punching everything build. I think melee builds are going to be really cool. Not true melee, but melee's going to be really cool. I honestly can't see true melee being a viable anymore. Oh my god, this is so addicting. I think we got to make a hammer spam hammer build, like the what is it? Or scorching smash build. Okay, this could be good. Freezing melee damage. Try and freeze enemies. Let's do that. To Fallen Frost. lifesteal, yeah. Remembering why you don't take best served coal with solder shaft? Hell yeah. Mm, this is looking fun here. I don't. Do I really care about the killing skill? I guess I'm right here, anyways. Ah, shit. I hate that it just undoes everything. Hey, Boom, we've been doing some really dumb stuff. What kill skills am I using? Or could I use? Get some movement speed. Oh yeah. Oh, that. Trigger light work against frozen enemies. I don't remember. I feel like it's a no, but I don't know if I'm just confusing hidden machine because I think it doesn't work with frozen enemies with hidden machine. Sure, why not? Yeah, so we got some big frost novas going to help freeze. I don't really have any kill skills, so I'll just not worry about that. Oh wait, no, it's literally right here. Onslaught, crazy stuff. Yeah. See how many builds do I have on here? I mean, I think some of them aren't actually really put together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. How many are Amon? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's nice. Okay, I think that's enough theory crafting from me. I probably really won't touch this much besides a couple of builds until we get new skill trees, or we're just a lot closer. I would like my day one build to be Neuromancer for the axes. I may use them and then like go down here. I don't know, because I mean, I could just do a lot of restriking. And I guess there is some gun stuff. I might be able to do. I might be able to cook. Yeah, I'll probably wait till we get the official skill trees and then do this again. I might live stream it, I might not, but this was fun hanging out. I don't know when I'll stream next. I might do the hunt in my own way with some mods to make it easier. But I might be too busy. Thanks, gamers, for hanging out, and I will see you guys next time.